everyone, this is my week 15 game picks. I'm recording this on Thursday, so I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible as we have a game tonight and I'm going to be live streaming that, so please join me for that as well. A couple of days ago, I posted my quarterly power ranking, so if you haven't looked at that yet, go check that out before this week starts. Last week, I went, you guessed it, 10-4. I swear it's almost as if the football gods simply do not want me to guess more than 10 wins in 1 week.
Damn you! God!
My best pick was probably taking the Texans to beat the Chiefs. Yes, I know the Chiefs haven't been the Chiefs this year, but I still think that picking the Texans to beat them, especially that it was 2 scores, was easily my best pick. My worst pick of the week was probably taking the Bucks to beat the Saints. Now, I know you never know with divisional matchups. Still, the Saints are not a good team this year, no matter how fun they are to watch. And frankly, I just didn't expect the Bucks to fall this much. Let's get right into these picks this week, because as I got to edit this video and post it before tonight's game. As always, last week I went, like I said, a good old 10-4, which will bring my season total to 136-71. All right, speaking of the Bucks, we got the Thursday night's game tonight. The Atlanta Falcons going into Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Atlanta got absolutely mollywopped last week by the Seahawks. And like I said, Tampa Bay lost a crucial divisional matchup last week against the Saints. The Falcons have been an absolute upset this year, considering how much talent they have on their team. The Bucs started off on a really hot start this season, except when Mike Evans went down, they started to lose. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Coincidence? I think not!
Lucky enough, Mike Evans may or may not be back this week. It's Thursday and we still don't have any confirmation if he's going to play tonight. Still, if he plays, absolutely the Buccaneers win. But even if he doesn't play, give me the Tampa Bay Bucks. Next up, we have the Bears versus the Browns. The Bears lost to the worst team in the league last week in the Titans. And the Bears lost to one of the better teams in the league in the Packers. And it came down to literally the last throw. Unfortunately for the Bears, with that loss, they went from the 1st seed all the way down to the 7th seed.
If you ain't first, you're last.
No matter how good Myles Garrett is playing this year, and he definitely has a chance to break the sack record this week, still, I'm going to take the Chicago Bears in a get-right game versus the very lowly Cleveland Browns. Next up, we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals, another divisional matchup. Both teams had absolute heartbreak losses last week. The Ravens to the Steelers, where you can argue likely made that catch at the end. The Bengals absolutely choked versus the Bills. They were up 2 scores, and then the Bills just started ripping off points like that. I can see this game being way more of a 50-50 toss-up. The Bengals have looked a lot better since Joe Burrow has come back, even though that Burrow basically lost them the game last week with that interception touchdown. Lamar Jackson has not been himself this season. I don't see him getting all that right. I don't think the Ravens offense will be able to keep up with the Bengals offense. So give me Cincinnati in an up. Well, if you could even call it an upset. I don't, maybe it's not an upset. Either way, give me Cincinnati. The Arizona Cardinals versus the Houston Texans. Now, the Houston Texans, I think, are a team that are absolutely on the rise. As for the Cardinals, I think they're a team that's just slowly declining. They don't look very good most weeks. Personally, I think Michael Wilson has been a way better wide receiver 1 this year than Marvin Harrison Jr. But we're not talking about who's the better players here. We're talking about who's the better team. And this week, absolutely, Houston is going to suffocate that offense. Give me the Texans. All right, now we got the Jets versus the Jags. So far, I can totally see this being finally a week I get past that 10-win mark. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. The Jags are 9-4. They're a playoff team. The Jets absolutely suck. Give me the Jags. Chargers versus Chiefs in Arrowhead. The Chargers were able to get the first win all the way back in week 1. As we know, the Chargers just had a crazy intense, nail-biting, edge-of-your-seat kind of game versus the Eagles, where they were able to pull out the win. Even with Herbert's broken finger and that huge, large glove and cast on that hand, in his left hand, he still played a pretty well game, especially on the ground. The Chiefs are on an absolute free fall over here. I don't know, because it's at home, I want to give them the benefit of a doubt, but still, give me the Los Angeles Chargers to sweep the season. Next up is the Buffalo Bills versus the New England Patriots. And yes, I know the Patriots are tied for the best record in the league at 11-2. And yes, I know the Patriots already beat Buffalo back in Buffalo as well. Still, Josh Allen is playing an absolute crazy level right now. He took over that game versus Cincinnati. I simply cannot see the Buffalo Bills losing twice to the Patriots this season. Give me Buffalo. After that, we got another divisional game in the Washington Commanders versus the New York Giants. News broke out that Washington does not plan on shutting down Daniels for the season, which I think is an absolutely huge freaking mistake. I don't know. Your season's over, guys. Why are you risking your franchise quarterback even more?
You are made of stupid.
Even though they're not shutting him down for the season, he will not be playing this week. As bad as I think the Giants are as well, I can see them winning this game. Okay, last of the 1 p.m. games, we have the Las Vegas Raiders going into Philly to play the Eagles. As we know, the Eagles are on a 3-game losing streak. They were 8-2 with 21 points up on the Cowboys, and it's just been an absolute downhill fall from there. Hurts played his worst game as a pro, at least that I've seen. The Raiders are a team people had much higher expectations for heading into this season. Not Super Bowl expectations, but hey, at least a playoff run, a little playoff push. This week, I think the Eagles finally get another W. It's been a long time since I've waited almost a month as an Eagles fan to get a win. And I know I sound absolutely spoiled, but hey, what can I say, man?
Bo-ho! Bo-ho!
So give me Philadelphia in this one. Now, no, I don't think our offense is going to improve drastically. I think this is a game where our defense could score a touchdown or two even. So on top of that, with our average, 18 points a game, give me 30, at least 30 points. And I don't see the Raiders with our defense scoring more than 20. So this will be my double-digit win of the week. To kick off the afternoon games, we have the Green Bay Packers heading into Mile High to play the Denver Broncos. The Broncos at home are favored to win this game. However, I don't think any of their wins have been super convincing, or at least most of them. Packers are coming off a win against the Bears, taking the division lead and literally a half game back of the number 1 seed. Overall, I think the Packers are a better team than the Broncos right now, even though, yes, I know the Broncos defense is really good and they have the most sacks this season. The Packers have Parsons, so that pretty much evens it out. Jordan Love, I think, is a better quarterback than Bo Nix right now, and he's playing better as well, so give me the Green Bay Packers. Now, I would have had the Packers be my upset win of the week if it were not for this game. We have the Detroit Lions playing the Los Angeles Rams, and the Detroit Lions just got a huge win versus the Cowboys where they were able to score 44 points. Yes, I think the Rams are a better team, and I think they definitely will go further this season. However, I think Detroit is on upset alert here. Give me Detroit, and this will be my upset of the week. Before you say anything, yes, I know Brian Branch is done for this season, arguably their best defensive player other than Aiden Hutchinson. Still, I just got a gut feeling the Lions will win this game. All right, we got a few 4 p.m. games this week as there's no more bye weeks. They're all finished. We have the Panthers who are going to face off against the Saints, who just got a nice divisional win versus the Bucks. At this point, it's a 2-way race between the Panthers and Bucks for that division crown. I think that race is going to continue this week, as I don't think the Saints are going to be able to pull off 2 wins in a row, but hey, I could be wrong. Give me Carolina coming off a bye week with extra rest. All right, what would have been possibly game of the week just a few weeks ago, we have the Colts versus the Seahawks. The Colts have lost 4 of 5. They're on a complete downfall. They've just lost Daniel Jones for the rest of the season. And wouldn't you know it, they called up old man Rivers to come play for them after being away from the game for at least 4 or 5 years. Whether he plays this week or not, I don't think it's going to matter. I think that Seahawks defense is just way too strong for this Colts team. Give me Seattle to keep their hot streak going and to really push the Rams and the Packers for that number 1 seed. Next up, we have another team coming off their bye week in the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to play the Titans, who are coming into town. The 49ers, even with all their injuries this season, they've been able to reach 9 wins already, which is now more than I can say for my Eagles. CMC is this close to another 1,000-yard season. Yes, the Titans just got a decent win versus the Browns, but that's the Browns. I do not see the Titans winning 2 games in a row at all this season, especially versus a 49ers team. Give me San Francisco. Sunday Night Football, we got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys coming off a loss versus the Lions, and because the Eagles lost, they still have a chance at this division.
I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
The Vikings coming off a big win versus the Commanders, shutting them out 31-0. As much as I don't want the Cowboys to win, I think they will, especially being at home. As I said in my power rankings video last week, I don't think the Vikings and McCarthy's performance was a determination of things to come. I do think it'll be a good close game, but I still, unfortunately, give me the Cowboys. All right, that leads us to the last game of the week, Monday Night Football. We have the Miami Dolphins versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, we know last week Miami's best player, Achane, got his ribs hurt. Reports indicate that he was able to get back into the game if he really wanted to, but it was a coach's decision to keep him on the bench and make sure he's good to go for the rest of the season. As an Achane fantasy owner who had already clinched playoffs and first round bye, I was totally fine with them keeping them. Keep him healthy. I need him next week. As for the Steelers, they were able to squeak their way out with a win last week. As I said before, you can debate whether or not Likely had that touchdown or not, but it doesn't matter now because Pittsburgh has the win and now they have the division lead. Their passing game started to get going again with Rodgers and that Metcalf connection really strong. Still, I can't help but to think that Dolphins are for some reason going to win this game, so give me Miami Dolphins. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Those are my Week 15 game picks. Just a little reminder, if you didn't see my Power Rankings video, please go check that out. And I'll see you guys tonight for the Falcons-Bucks. One last thing, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my picks. Let me know what your picks are this week. Good luck to everybody in the fantasy football playoffs. I hope you win your championship. I know I'm dying for one. Okay, everyone. Adios. See you later tonight.